This is a time like no other. A time when we are conflicted with hope and worry, where the world is on the cusp of a monumental change, yet has been stuck in the cycle of a global pandemic. But this is a time of celebration and pride, looking back over your accomplishments. We are in a time of celebrating you and what you will contribute to the world. Today is your day. Today is a culmination of years of hard work. Today is your graduation day.
And while things are not the same as they once were, and our traditions recreated anew, it is all done to celebrate you. Welcome to your 2021 Virtual Convocation Celebration.
We're here to acknowledge and celebrate your hard work, your dedication, and all of your accomplishments.
And we do so in the spirit of thanksgiving. Wat kunualaro, Santi Smith, Tagalunyakwa, Nyungyas, Gongwehoi, Kayangihaga, Se watohosios, Ka Nagaliwesa, Ne Ona, Angalihoheste, Ne Ganawala Donsula. The purpose of the words of thanksgiving, the Ohandu Galiwadegwan, is to unite our mind and heart, to acknowledge, give thanks, affirm interconnections, cultivate compassion and kindness, and to recognize the human responsibility for sustaining and living in balance and peace with all creation in all of our relations. Now our minds are one. It's important at this time to acknowledge people who are struggling, who are hurting. Let these words offer serenity to their mind and heart. Dayati ni walaro ne ongwe sua, eto na yonto hoge ne nagwat niguna. We give thanks to all people, our ancestors, our family and friends. Now our minds are one. Dayatilu walaro ne yatini stoha tohunjare. Eto na yontohoge ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to our Mother Earth, for she provides us with everything that we need to survive and thrive. Now our minds are one. Dayatini walaro ne kanega lunyo. Eto na yontohoge ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the waters flowing in our body. Water is life. Now our minds are one. Dayati nuwalaro ne gonjung su'a. Eto na yontohoge ne nagwat nigula. We give greetings and thanks to the fish who help to purify the water and provide us with nourishment. Now our minds are one. Dayati nuwalaro ne Yotunduni, eto na yontohoge ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to the plants, from the grasses to the sacred medicines that help to purify and strengthen our body and our mind. Now our minds are one. Dayati nuwalaro ne odzit nawasua, eto na yontohoge ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks and greetings to the insects who help to pollinate the plants and teach us how to live in balance with all creation. Now our minds are one. Dayati nuwalaro ne jonhekwa, eto na yontohoge ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to our sustenance foods, to the three sisters, corn, beans, and squash. Now our minds are one. Dayati nuwalaro ne wa ya niunta, eto na yontohoge ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to the fruit who help to nourish our body. Now our minds are one. Dayati nuwalaro ne gondiryon, eto na yontohoge ne nagwat nigula. We give greetings and thanks to all of the animals who sacrifice their lives to help sustain us and teach us to live in balance. Now our minds are one. Dayati nuwalaro ne zi don ongun eto na yontohage ne nagwa nigula. We give thanks to the birds whose beautiful song help to uplift our spirit and bring peace and calm to our hearts. Now our minds are one. Daiti ni walado ne galunda ongun eto na yontohage ne nagwa nigula. We give thanks to the trees. We cannot live without the oxygen that they provide. Their roots and sap provide nourishment and cleansing for our body. Now our minds are one. Daiti ni walado ne zower la wunyer, eto na yontohage ne nagwa nigula. We give thanks and greetings to the circulating winds who travel the earth, bringing new life and breath. Now our minds are one. Daiti ni walado ne ladiwerlas, eto na yontohage ne nagwa nigula. We give our greetings to the grandfather thunderers for purifying the air and awakening the earth. Now our minds are one. Tatsi tawanuwalado ne anjangeni galakwa, eto na yontohage ne nagwa nigula. We give thanks to our eldest brother's son, who appears each morning to provide sunshine, protection, and sustenance for all living things. Now our minds are one. Daiti ni walado ne asatane kwa wat nirele, eto na yontohage ne nagwa nigula. We give our greetings and thanks to Grandmother Moon for her powerful pull on our waters and connection to women and birth. Now our minds are one. Daiti ni walado ne yojisto warlunyo, eto na yontohage ne nagwa nigula. We give thanks to the stars and the cosmos for providing us with guidance and direction. Now our minds are one. Daiti ni walado ne dayunkiyado, eto na yontohage ne nagwa nigula. We give thanks to our protectors, our spiritual guardians who provide clarity of mind and peace in our hearts. Now our minds are one. Datsi dawanuwalado ne sungwayandiso, eto na yontohage ne nagwa nigula. We give thanks and greetings to creation, to the Great Spirit, to the Great Mystery, and the creative energy that lives in everywhere and in everything. Now our minds are one. Da eto, ni yuwanage, da eto. The Thanksgiving Address is a daily affirmation which places humanity in context to the immensity of the living universe and affirms the responsibility of human beings to be humble stewards of the natural world and to always demonstrate gratitude. I'm thankful to be here with you today and to share these words before all else. Nyawe. Thank you.
As you embark on a new chapter in your life, a life as a McMaster graduate, we have been reflecting on what being a Mac grad means to us. As your provost, it means so much. To me, a Mac grad is full of innovative and life-changing ideas that will have an impact on our local communities and reach the corners of the globe. Congratulations and good luck.
To me, a Mac grad is ready for anything. You're empowered with critical thinking and inquiry-based learning. You're ready for the challenges you'll face, and being a Mac grad means you'll face them head on.
To me, a Mac grad can see the inner workings of the world around them and how people and nature can coexist in harmony. That you'll rise to the challenge to restore the damage facing our global environment.
To me, a Mac grad is determined to try new ways of thinking, determined to make mistakes and learn from them, and determined to inspire those at home and at work. Warm congratulations to our 2021 McMaster University graduates.
You're our newest Mac grads. Now let's officially welcome you into our community of scholars.
Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates in absentia, in order that you may confer the appropriate degrees upon them, and I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduands, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University, with all the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all. Yoyanale.
We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Doctor of Philosophy: Sarah Elizabeth Dugnan, Xiao Ling, Jody Lobana, Mariam Munawar, Armhan Ozbilge, Faye Aline Amiro, Kelly Ann Nisbet, Camille Jefferson Simmerdon, Nisha Bhavana Eswaran, Barbara Dawn Ferguson, Erin Janet Ramlow, Megan Heather Sutty, Brandon Joseph Cordero, Emily Rosebush, Jorge Humberto Sanchez Perez, Panipiti Arachige Suneth Chamika Wijeratne, Jeremy Cohen, Mark Fraser Novak, Brian James Bailey, Christine Carey, Allison Sonali Fabienne Lenage. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Business Administration: Anmol Singh Anand, Shiba Arifin, Megan Laurel Eris, Caitlin Bennett, Casey Bennett, Rawan Beham, Susan Guylaine Bodner, Aneta Boyarovich, Kyle Bowen, Joshua Wayne Bradbury Wiseman, Brandon Vincent Cantwell, Lauren Carter, Nima Chayechi, Shricharan Chala, Heidi Chow, Samreen Chopra, Matthew Christopoulos, Caroline Clement, Andrea Clennon, Laura Driscoll, Julia Alicia Fagnani, Gregory Farrar, Anchal Gavri, Amritpal Singh Gill, Jason Green, Joshua Matthew Green, Ravi Halani, Kader Hern, Justin Japargas, Ashantha Jayalath, Jordan John, Daniela Marie Johnson, Suradeep Kaznabis, Heather A. Kitely, Kara Lee Klemp, Sujay Kulkarni, Robin Kwan, Ola Lakotska, Paula Lanza, Elizabeth Larata, Jennifer Nicole Larson, Jason Kin Pui La, Simone C. Man Leong, Yi Sum Leong, Adam Levinson, Shanawaz Lodi, Julie Miranda, Jordan Wayne McClanahan, Adam McKillop, Michael Joseph Mirko, Elena Marashnichenko, Mohammed Nazali, Kwok Teng Nguyen, Mark Aaron Newsley, Monica Viviana Panetta, Aneri Patel, Ritesh Patel, Mariam Paul, Kim Pho, Sebastian Stefan Pratt, Wayne Andrew Purbu, Mayor Rajput, Tracy Ann Riley, Samuel Rogers, Olga Sanakov, Nita Sandhu, Airo Claudio Santos, Solomon Kekeli Semivore, Heather Ann Shipley, Maria Sial, Melissa Jane Sinclair, Christina Nicole Smith, Julia Soy,
Natalie Stogdill,
Dongmei Suan, Jennifer Sung, Julia Christine Taylor, Stefan Giancarlo Toral, Gregory Trout, Shivani Vinayagamurthy, Jennifer Kirsten Warren, Nathan Williams, Colin Elliott Wood, Yusuf Zaki, Juliet Zhang. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Health Management: Bara Alawi, Mohammed Anan, Liana Bested, Adrian Georgette Kusel, Heather Lee Foster, Julia Catherine Gordon, Ozioma Rose Jones, Sarah Louise Nostet, Amanda Stacy Pauli, Bhavandeep Sandhu, Lakvir Sengera, Carly Ray Villeneuve. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Arts: Sarah Caitlin Paust, Haley Selena Madison Welsh, Robin Michelle Bachmeyer, James William Bader, Piero D'Alonzo, Jonah Alexander Halili, Mackenzie Leonard Hilton, Heva Zacharel Olfman, Alexis Carlota Cochran, Shannon Elizabeth Dales, Rebecca Lynn Denyer, Sarah Alexandra Hanlon, Calvin Thomas Hillis, Amanda Maria Jarvis, Erica Ripecki, Leanna Marissa Shaw, Shintong Wu, Elizabeth Ann Bloomfield, Anthony David Damiao, Justine Leahy, Isabel Mary Margaret McFarlane, Jacqueline Marissa McNeil, Adriana Grace Mitchell, Rachel Ziff O'Brien, Clace Rondos Duchesne, Katrina Ann Vogan, Tyler Halson, Taninder Singh Johal, Natalia Louise Kautz, Yao Yao Li, Haoxiang Ma, Katsuri Raul, Victor Rigo, Yi She, Tsuntia Sua, Ziyue Wang, Isolim Florine Adom, Jie Bai, Samir Corey Tommy, Paul James Dupre, Tasnim Ramun Fariha, Shan Anbit Ibet, Shivaji Koirala, Songyao Li, Jiawei Liang, Yijun Lin, Yuchen Ma,
Ryan David McDonnell,
Robert William McKersher, William John Ranakan, Jiageng Wang, Xiaoyun Wei, Xingyang Zhu, Li Yang, Zoe Georgia Uldal Zweigenbaum, Stephen Brown, Cassidy Leonie Burr, Braden Paul Higgins, Lean Yaber, Carolyn Elizabeth McDonald, Megan Elizabeth McLennan, Andrew Joseph McQuinney, Albana Staffa, Milena Talovic, Megan Taylor White, Emma Patricia Wood, Emily Bryce Gula, Emilia Krichevskaya, Dana Lariga, Fariha Abudin, Kusum Bata, Taylor Kathleen Boissonneau, Vivian Ambo Foncham, Ronak Karami, Pariya Rahimi, Uroya Rustaikigani, Magnolia Hamzalo, Ryan Hart, Matthew Leonard Ross Healy, Calvin Sarouche Kellysi, Jordan Taylor Lentinello, Zara Belosh, Martha Rose Cassidy Newmiller, Shanice Colley, Megan Lisa DeVoe, Nicole Rachel Goulet, Mutaz Kaider, Christian Aguacin Ludores, John Orji Okoronko,
Adorewa Rikiet Olumide,
Arwa Ahmed Mohammed Osman, Allison Perry, Ibrahim Fatah Saber, Rohit Sharma, Xiaoyan Shun, Alana Bernadette Wilson, Rachel Antonia Dunsmore, Larab Nawaz, Melissa Marie Ritchie, Olivia Elizabeth Virag, Nicholas Brandt Anderson, Quinn Anderson, Kevin Patrick Dempsey, William John Dury, Antoine Hans Fougere Ramsamouj, Kirsten Brianne Heptich, Sarah Elizabeth Hodge, Daria Karam, Jade Aidan Laird Humanitz, Paula Diana McPherson, Matthew Jacob Monrose, Mika Lynn Patterson, Jesse Aaron Statz, Alisa Vitelli, Jordan James Zivanovic, Brock Denish Bodo, Rajbir Kaur Grewal, Richard Paul Eulis Hines, Tyler Austin Lamb, Mackenzie Millar, Eric Blake Martin Sagmon, Ariana Kira Sammy,
Anna Syed,
Irene Washira, Enzo Guerra, Alexander Michael Neil Leindorf, Lindsay Taylor Old, Siddharth Suresh Raman, Jordan Alexander Vaders, Anthony Bachu, Chantal Elizabeth Byrne, Nicole Josephine Fiorillo, Brenna Friesen, Kennedy Elizabeth Fung, Megan Rose Hashi, Joshua Michael Afonso Masati, Rida Mosin, Domenico Alessandro Pasqualino, Brenda Passariello, Anisha Prasad, Jonas Brandt, Jesse Lee James Locker, Vindra Vanessa Munilal, Saida Mayer Taban, Rory Tasker, Rose Aduse, Rachel Caroline Bipatnath, Robert Blauer, Kiara Maureen Corrigan, Emma Ann Ewert, Stephanie Amanda Hayes, Kanita Ayumpile, Mariam Jajo, Zoe Lee, Marija Lukic, Sarah Masri, David Daniel Petrina, Brandon John Reimer, Emily Louise Marie Richard, Sarah Jane Roberts, Virgil Welcome, Prairie Sky Young Brown. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Communications Management: Nigel Paul Allen, Aaron R. Brophy, Julie Hiraz, We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Science: Ali Uger Koch, Nadia Lana, Carla Elizabeth Weigel, Roxana Guadalupe Arana, Aidan John Gregorio, Diego Monteverde Suarez, Farid Ahmad Omar, Victoria Puyi Wong. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Social Work: Vida Akiem Pong, Brittany Allen, Stephanie Dodorico, Ruby Alejandra Dawn, Vincent Salvatore Ferrato, Justin John Hamilton,
Tajsim Hussein,
Eshel Renika Hilton, Tessa Olivia Kozakowski, Teresa Lorraine Mitchell, Jenna Elaine Mitchell, Amanda Rose Nemick Bach, Lacey Jasmine Ricard.
We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Arts, Honors: Adebukola Adedeji,
Egehan Akalin, Kareem Al-Khatib, Caitlin Alebe, Sarah Amiri, Shyla Anderson Terry, Rehana Barbakarkal, Manuela Ajubi Bafur, Kinyi Ban, Matthew Vincenzo Barone, Claudia Basurto, Jacob Marcus Bianchi, Cameron Grace Cumming Brown, Salma Iman Brown, Mirab Kayum Butt, Adam Emmanuel Cesare, Chi Tsiong Chen, Randall Curtis Conrad, Vanessa Maria Cordiano, Yaktehi Kandige Ruchitra Gimhani Costa, Najib Dababne, Victoria Monique De Freitas, Harsimram Kaur Danoa, Yu Ding, Theodore Ross Donaldson, Weijing Dong, Samantha Douglas, Cheyenne Bryn Doxtador, Kayla Renee Edwards, Mustafa El Junanaiti, Dwayne Antonio Fernandez, Cole Andrew Mills Friya, Madison Christine Galloway Rowland, Khalil Al-Rahman Gandhi, Tamara Shaylin Gordon Linton, Rushika Gathoskar, Xiaofan Gu, Catherine Ann Hote Havenar, Shuang Shuang Ho, Ethan Edward Humphreys, Caleb Mingun Kewiash, Zainub Har Khan, Miriam Leonora Valerie Kingvisser, Jessica Nicole Coppens, Yangru Lai, Zain Anil Lapsley, Whiting Nicola Lau, Keshin Lee, Jiolin Liu, Zhou Lu, Aruba Mansour, Robert Jeffrey John Marshall, Emily Catherine McDonald, Darcy McKinty, Lindsay Elizabeth McNabb, Meryl Mary Macheri, Chanel Alizi Castaldi Minikini, Zuhal Mostamandi, Olivia Maxine Nadeau Lupinski, Aksa Nazir, Kim Tin Nguyen,
Erin Danae Nichiporek,
Veronica Louise Nickel, Monica Michiko Ninuma Schoner, Kathleen Jane Olenek, Oluwotofohindi Olukutuyi, Haley Ann Owens, Satvir Singh Parmar, Yongchi Peng, Yangfeng Kiao, Anushe Raimu, Beatriz Samantha Papa Rodriguez, Catherine Olivia Sally, Taylor Sherwood, Neil Skinner, Jordan Taylor Tepsa, Kayla Thompson, Carissa Jessica Destiny Tobin, Claire Justina Maureen Taves, Zofia Uren, Grada Johanna Verips, Chi Wang, Yuqing Wang, Aleda Blossom Wedekind, Stephanie Wickens, Elizabeth Marguerite Williams, Jixuan Zhu, Jijie Shu, Ri Chi Yang, Jiao Ye, Robin Alexandria Yi, Evan James Zaritsky, Nadine Zarur, Yaqing Zheng, Ao Zhang, Zhou Yao Chang, Yuxin Zhao, Shulin Zhu, Yuan Zhuang, Ashley Page Zimmerman. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Social Work, Honors: Ella Feidelberg Jenkin, Sadie Ann Lance, Kenneth Paul McIntosh, Leila Shibli, Carrie Ann Vanderform, Larissa Alicia Wright. We now present to you the following graduate of the degree Bachelor of Arts, Honors: Juliana Jade Dimstra. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Music, Honors: Sarah Marie Elgersma, Insun Kang, Monica Kohlmeyer. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Commerce, Honors: Kevin Michael Achuen, Shabaz Ibrahim Ahmad, Furqan Amjad, Jason John Athen, Shan Singh Nicholas Babra, David William Baker, Mitchell James Boyd, Anton Ivan Buratich, Dustin Marty Burr, Ashton Nicholas Castellino, Nanshu Chen, Yungqing Chen, Xiaoqing Chen, Sahil Chabra, Jacob Quinn Condon, Roshni Dansa, Alexander Vittorio Di Pietro, Jameson Albert Lee Dilks, Thomas Alexander Downton, Nathaniel John Edwards, Aviva Miriam Giblin, Jihao Han, Troy Isaiah Henry, Hafsa Iqbal, Brett Jared James Jackson, Siada Tareem Jamal, Irfan Jamalifar, Nathan Jatu, Daniel Jellick, Mudrika Joshi, Jasmine Kaur Kalsi, Bryce Andrew Cummins, Joshua Hamilton Landrigan, Hunter Jordan Lee, Michael Legg, Jia Lu Li, Linlin Li, Yuxiang Li, Andy Ka Fai Liu, Jia Yun Liu, Kefeng Liu, Yuchen Liu, Yongchen Ma, Griffin John McLeod, Stuti Malhotra, Amber Malik, João Pedro Zuro Mandeli, Kenneth Joseph Piscina, Adam Alexander Peterson, Dushan Petranjak,
Ferrando Quiroga Trevino,
Arhem Rana, Anthony Joseph Seabank,
Merusha Selvananthan,
Michael Humphrey Lam Shaw, Haider Ali Sial, Sarina Singh, Lukshuman Sutharsan, Maria Tasneem, Cooper Adam Ross Trevale, Gurteg Singh Upal, Yucheng Wang, Lindsay Devon Wolanski, Yishuan Wu, Yishuan Wu, Stanley Z. Long Zhu, Oz A. Zudane, Sichuan Zhang,
Xuanyi Zhang,
Zhendre Zhang, Jiangying Jiao, Qiji Jiao, Yilin Zhang. We now present to you the following graduate of the degree Bachelor of Arts and Science, Honors, Shanthia Bahirathan. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Arts, Devin Agnew, Jude Al-Baldawi, Vanessa Grace Bielicki, Teresa Catherine Brown, Chahangqing Chow, Wai Hung Chen, Jie Chen, Brooke Elizabeth Claremont, James Clark, Tyler Alexander Clute, Christina Alora Cody, Curtis Parker Cottingham, Amanda Crossdale, William Patrick Deneau, Brian Duong, Anthony Mark Dushenko, O. Alexander El Hamad, Aaron Flynn, Caitlin Angela Giordano, Blake Albert Hain Gladman, Lynn Hamida, Lang Han,
Bailey Ann Hepburn,
Zhuo Ping Huang, Amy Imri, Fauzia Abdul Rashid Ali Aiza, Alison Jadeski, Nabil Jalbout, Abdul Samad Karimzada, Shane Kyle, Mohammed Faraz Khan, Jaskaran Singh Katra, Theo Wells Corstagny, Paula Krawchuk, Braden R. Lamb, Sarah Lampman, Rona Lauta, Shintong Lin, Xinyang Liu, Denver Long, Giselle Fiona Lute, Samantha Lee, Alexander Abraham Malik, Jeffrey Allen Marchioli, Catherine Elizabeth Millard, Nicholas Mulas, Jasmine Marianne Muzi, Anisa Ali Noor, Steluani Yosef Odesho, Anu Ori, Mingfeng Pan, Catherine Ann Maxwell Paquette, Kristen Diane Peck,
Olivia Dora Pezzolato,
Sijia Kwan, Connor Donald Friedrich Quinton, Tatiana Yasmin Remani, Rita Rizvi, Brooke Marie Robinson, Jacqueline Lila Rose Markoviak, Sheng Shen, Noor Shmara,
Vivian Shuang Si,
Eric Andrew Smith, Megan Songki, Sarega Sritharan, Kunal Sudan, Sarah Suleiman, Thomas Edward Sutty, Wyatt Jonathan William Taylor, Victoria Vijay Tambaya, Thivia Thuruvadhavorun, Iris Kwan Yi Wai, Shuji Wang, Dingli Wang, Tanner Mackenzie Wilson, Rachel Lara Wolfe, Mackenzie Kate Wright, Tongji Wu, Xiaojie Xu, Tong Tong Yang, Fan Yu,
Kunjen Yu,
Ni Yao Yu, Jeffrey Brian Yu Tim Lun, Fu Chi Zhang, Mingjun Zhang, Xinyue Zhang. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Social Work: Ashley Logan Anderson, Michaela Suerte Bernales, Virginia Chambers, Haley Ann Klin, Tamara Lee Corrigan, Carly Gauthro, Oluwakemisola Kelly, Kristen Yaxis, Olivia Marie Mancini, Jennifer Lynn Mercury Hourigan, Sana A. Minhas, Omar Tariq Mirza, Shalom Arike Odutayu, Calvin Prouse, Brianne Michelle Schinkel. We now present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Commerce: Sam Nicholas Frazina, Kyle Gubernat. We now present to you the following graduate of the degree Bachelor of Arts and Science: Abigail Rose Griffiths Mazarek.
We continue the celebrations with messages from your Dean, honorary doctorates, and valedictorian. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Your Dean and faculty celebrate you.
Congratulations and welcome to your 2021 virtual convocation.
Today, we celebrate this milestone in your lives.
You've accomplished so much and shown resilience and adaptability during challenging times.
As the world undergoes immense change, we know that your passion, creative ideas, and hard-earned skills will serve you and all of us well.
As you embark on your next chapter, you'll encounter societal, economic, and political challenges.
When you do, remember your foundation and all that you've learned here at McMaster.
Consider how your skills can be applied in new and innovative ways.
Focus on transforming business and society for the better.
Explore and learn from other people's stories.
Reach across disciplines and collaborate with others.
Harness new ways of thinking and doing.
Feed your curiosity and never stop asking questions.
And enrich and uplift the communities around you.
Thank you for being part of our campus community.
And for making McMaster such a vibrant and energizing place to be.
We are proud of your accomplishments.
We can't wait to see all the ways you'll make our world brighter.
Honorary degrees are a long-standing tradition of recognizing the local and global impact of our great community leaders. We recognize them today and begin with a reflection between our Chancellor, Santee Smith, and President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar.
When we're awarding an honorary degree, it's for extraordinary achievement. It could be local, it could be national, it could be international, but it is the achievement that in granting this degree will inspire our students, our graduates at this point, to go out and leave and do something equally extraordinary.
I think the role of honorary degrees as well is to inspire students, but it's also to look at an individual's journey, to be able to see some of the decisions that they made, and for a lot of them, what contributions they've made to society, to their community. Many are offering their gifts of knowledge, and I think that's just a way of showcasing and highlighting the importance of individual contributions to humanity. The impact of an honorary degree to McMaster is to acknowledge achievement, but also to acknowledge a journey of going from academic into your life and work. So from my perspective as a Haudenosaunee person, it is our belief that everyone has a gift. And once you find your gift, you hone it, you develop it, and then you're to share it. And so I think that's really important when we look to honorary degrees, the impact that they have in sharing their gifts with others.
Their gift by coming and accepting an honorary degree also brings honor and distinction to the university. They provide us with the inspiration that we're looking for. They provide our students with the inspiration. Honorary degree recipients are special people, they're exceptional people. A Canadian university has recently announced that they're giving an honorary degree to one of the Toronto Raptors, to Kyle Lowry. And in giving the degree, they're giving it for the contributions he's made to underrepresented or at-risk groups in Toronto and also in Philadelphia. They are also giving it to him for his contributions to Black Lives Matter and the Black Lives Matter movement. There was a reporter that asked Kyle, what kind of doctorate will you be getting? And he kind of smiled and then said, I'm getting a Doctor of Greatness. And I think that that's actually what honorary degrees are about. They're celebrating somebody who's done something great, and they're passing that on to our students.
Yes. I think that's also looking forward to the list of honorary degrees representing the diversity of the McMaster campus in many different nations, many different disciplines, different ways of studying and ways of working and developing your career. So I think it's inspirational.
Absolutely is inspirational.
Harold Brathwaite was a groundbreaking educator, community leader, and a member of the McMaster Class of '69. He taught at the elementary, secondary, and post-secondary levels and served as a secondary school principal with the Halton District School Board. He became superintendent for the French language schools in the Toronto District School Board, and then an associate director of education. When the Peel District School Board chose Mr. Brathwaite as its Director of Education in 1994, he became the first Black person to lead a Board of Education in Canada. After retiring in 2002, Mr. Brathwaite served as a senior advisor to the president of Seneca College and as an executive director of the Retired Teachers of Ontario. Mr. Brathwaite was an active volunteer with organizations including the Art Gallery of Toronto, the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund Canada, the United Way of Peel Region, and the Ontario Institute of Studies in Education. Mr. Brathwaite received numerous awards for his contributions to the community and to education, including the Peel's Board's Education Champion Award, the Canadian Black Achievement Award Education, the Harry Jerome Award, the UNICEF Volunteer Award, and the Urban Alliance on Race Relations Award. And in 2006, he was named to the Order of Ontario. McMaster University previously recognized Mr. Brathwaite with the induction into the Alumni Gallery and with the Distinguished Alumni Scholar Award for the Arts. The Peel District School Board named the Harold M. Brathwaite Secondary School in Brampton in his honor. Harold Brathwaite sadly passed away on May 31st, 2020. Although it's unusual for McMaster to confer honorary degrees posthumously, it is a great privilege to recognize Mr. Brathwaite's contributions to education and his communities by conferring upon him the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Thank you.
By the authority of McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to posthumously confer upon Harold MacDonald Brathwaite the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa in McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree.
Hello everyone. Well, here you are at the end of one adventure and about to set forth into the next. You made it. Braving the range of classes, from early morning to late evening, you made it. Through what we both know were always riveting lectures and all-nighters to study for exams or finish last-minute papers, you made it. Was there anything else? Yes, well, I guess there was that global pandemic that stopped the world for a year, put everything on hold, and totally transformed the way you had to conduct the last year and a half of your university experience. But guess what? You made it. And now, as you stand on the other side of an incredible challenge, on the precipice of grown-up life, there's so much to be excited for and nervous about that I can imagine that you want some guidance right now. But that's more our parents' gift. The only advice we can offer comes from watching their example. And when it comes to our dad, here are 4 of the best.
1, being smart is good, very helpful. Dreaming big is important and inspirational, but there will never be a substitute for hard work. 2, don't ever stop learning. Education makes you a citizen of a literate world, one that is full of so many interesting facts and discoveries, enough for 100 lifetimes. They will make up a patchwork quilt of who you are over the course of your life. 3, treat everyone you meet with respect, regardless of their job or the status society says they have. And 4, finally, value your family, whether they be fashioned by friendship or blood, because they will carry you through the good and bad in life. Although Dad isn't here, I know he'd be very honored and proud, not only to receive this honorary degree, but to be a part of your graduating class. As honored and proud as my sister and I are to accept it for him. Thanks to you and McMaster University for this moment. So, with that being said, let the 2 of us join together in the other voices that are going to say to you today.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Don McLean has dedicated himself to protecting our environment and improving democracy in Hamilton. He was the chair of Friends of Red Hill Valley, the organization that worked tirelessly to protect the only green corridor between the Niagara Escarpment and Lake Ontario in East Hamilton. Then in 2001, he co-founded Environment Hamilton and served on the organization's board of directors for nearly a decade. Mr. McLean also founded Citizens at City Hall Catch in 2004 to report on City Council meetings. Mr. McLean has also served on the steering committee for the Hamilton chapter of the Council of Canadians, as a director of the Conservative Society of Hamilton and District, as a founding member of the Hamiltonians for Progressive Development, and as a chair of the Hamilton 350 Committee for Real Action on Climate Change. Professionally, Mr. McLean has taught for Athabasca University, the University of Waterloo, and the Six Nations Native University Access Program. He managed the Red Hill Valley Biological Inventory Project, served as an executive director of the Friends of the Don East, and held managerial roles with the Citizens for a Sustainable Community and Environment Hamilton. Mr. McLean was recognized with the Hamilton Environmentalist of the Year Award of Merit, and then the Dr. Victor Cicilline Environmentalist of the Year Award. A recipient of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal, he has also received the Independent Media Lifetime Achievement Award and was inducted into the Hamilton Gallery of Distinction. To those accolades, it is a privilege to add the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, in recognition of Don McLean's contribution to the Hamilton community as an environmentalist, teacher, advocate, and community leader. Thank you.
Don McLean, by the authority of McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, in McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree.
This will take less than 5 minutes. So beyond offering my sincere thanks to all those responsible for this honor, let me begin with a curious fact. This university, McMaster, which is granting me this honorary degree, actually arrested me 3 times for political activism on campus. In particular, for distributing a flyer opposing steep increases in the tuition fees of foreign students. What gives? What should we make of this? What's the lesson here? I'd suggest that it shows that the illegals can become the honored. I'd also advise from experience that getting arrested isn't nearly as scary as you may have been told, and that standing up for unreservedly for justice can transform a crime today into common sense tomorrow. Students today have been dealt a pretty rotten deal. Planet on fire. Elites that would rather make more money than do something serious about climate, about inequality, about poisoning of the air, water, and soils, and the devastation of the natural world that is basic and crucial to the life of humans and all other species. Of course, it is officially illegal for you and me to force radical change. But do we have a choice? The climate catastrophe is already causing thousands of deaths every year, mostly among brown, black, and indigenous people who have done the least to cause it. And it is far from the only global disaster barreling down upon us. We have reached and we have passed the point where the benefits of our economic system are clearly outweighed by its ugly consequences. Now the elites are on the defensive, offering promises of change while desperately trying to continue on the same path. On the climate emergency, where the basic science has been understood for over a century, they started with straight denial. Then there was confusion spread as to whether the change was actually important. That was followed by confusion on what or who is causing it. And that, 3 decades ago, it was officially recognized by the Rio World Summit that climate change is human-caused. And since then, we have had 26 conferences of the parties, the so-called COPs that you saw earlier this month. Then the focus became so-called safe future temperature increases, rather than how fast we must cut emissions. That was 5 years ago in the Paris Accord, which was such a dishonest greenwash document that it never even mentioned the words oil, coal, or gas. I've lived through most of this, and you have at least witnessed a good deal of it. The current confusion tactic is net zero by 2050. That's a promise that we're going to wait 3 more decades to stop making climate change worse. That's like responding to the pandemic with a promise to provide a vaccine in 30 years. It's also a pledge so far in the future that no decision maker today can be held responsible. 30 more years of obscene profits and lifestyles that are already killing the planet. We know what needs to be done. We've known it for a long time. Right here and now, you can start by requiring your Board of Governors to stop using $37 million of university investments to prop up the fossil fuel sector. If it's not okay to fry the planet, then it's not okay to make money off frying the planet. Not now, not ever. A minimum first step would be to donate every penny of this blood money, including that already collected, to international climate relief. So more than ever before, each of us must drive real change. If we don't act with passion and make justice the centerpiece of our lives, we are morally bankrupt and impose an increasingly hellish future on the rest of the planet.
Next, you will enjoy the enthusiasm and energy from your own valedictorian. I congratulate them alongside the entire class of 2021.
Good morning, President, Chancellor, Deans, honorary degree recipients and award winners, faculty, staff, alumni, friends, families, and to the graduates of the class of 2021. Congratulations, we did it. As a daughter of immigrant parents, I'm very honored to stand before you today to reflect on our collective journey at McMaster University. We have accomplished all of this despite the additional demands, challenges, adjustments, and compromises placed on us these past few years. However, all that hard work has finally paid off, and we're ready to take the next big step in life, and that we're here today to celebrate our triumphs, achievements, victories, and the journey on which we have all embarked towards our future destinations. Throughout our degrees at McMaster, we have also had the opportunity to develop our critical thinking skills, broaden our knowledge, challenge ourselves, and engage in the community around us. During my time at McMaster, I have had the privilege to complete my PhD. I met so many wonderful people and felt welcome and part of the McMaster community. I also felt a sense of pride as I saw McMaster University students, many wearing their jumpsuits, advocating for different causes and organizations which will greatly impact our greater community. While I'm sad to leave, I know this is my time, and the skills, knowledge, friendships, and life lessons I have learned will be with me forever. As we reflect back together, we have learned a lot in terms of academics, but we also have learned from our friends who may have come from very different backgrounds, and what will stick with you is the legacy that McMaster has left on you, and perhaps, maybe, the legacy that you left on McMaster. Although it's easier said than done before the pandemic, some of us have had those late nights with our friends studying in mills, or maybe learning when to avoid the student center because it was just so busy. During this past pandemic, especially, we have had to work harder and under difficult conditions, probably more than any time in the history of McMaster. Some of us may never forget how we would wake up 5 minutes before a Zoom class, and of course, maybe wearing our pajamas. At the end of the day, the good or bad experiences will allow us to grow more than ever before and will help us move along in our lives and conquer things as we never had before as McMaster alumni. This is just one stepping stone in life as we move along to complete our dreams and goals. The skills that you have developed and the personal achievements that you have made throughout your degree will prepare you for your next steps. There will be struggles, but you're ready to conquer them. Don't ever give up, and when you leave here today, be proud, celebrate what you have accomplished, and look forward with an eye how you too can be the inspiration for others. Congratulations again, Class of 2021.
This concludes your virtual 2021 convocation ceremony. Please visit registrar.mcmaster.ca/convocation-2021 to continue your celebrations. From all of us, congratulations and welcome to our community of McMaster Scholars.